All right, Dan Hicken, warm up those vocal cords and let's hear the best Thin Lizzy impression because, my dear Jags fans, the boys are back in town.
I like that.
The home game drought is over. It feels like months, but it's only been 2 weeks since the Jags played at the Bank, winning that great rivalry game against the Titans. Of course, we all remember that. Great times, not living down. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Take Your Pick Pile On podcast. Noticeably, one of our boys is not back in town. That's Brent Martineau. He took a quick drive to Brandon, Mississippi. Let's bring him on in.
You want to bring him in?
Let's bring him in. There he is. Look how happy he is. In the road with Stuart Weber. I don't think you guys could pack more stuff.
Yeah, it's only a 9-hour drive. By the way, hey guys, we brought Gardner Minshew back from Mississippi.
I love it. Are these going to decorate the sports office?
I think we probably will, yeah. There's a little Minshew everywhere. We got bandanas, aviator glasses, and real-life Minshew posters now, like he's running for office.
I like it. Minshew campaign team. I like it a lot. All right, guys.
Hey, guys, I got a question for you. What was that spotlight on the field? Was it a UFO land on TIAA Bank?
I think so.
I think so.
Did you see that?
There we go.
What
there
is
it
that?
is.
That's a great question.
I don't know. Is there a concert tonight? I don't know what that is.
How far can we zoom in and sneak in on them?
Maybe somebody's cheerleaders practicing? What do we got going on down there?
They don't practice outside, do they?
You know? Not on the field.
Not on the field.
Yeah.
Are they painting the field? I don't know.
Not that night. That's weird.
Yeah. Close
like it.
encounters.
I feel like Garth Brooks about to come out of the Jags logo or something.
What is it, Bursch?
Booby traps for the Saints game. That's Mike Bursch's input.
I need them.
It was funny because today someone at the stadium asked Minshew, was like, how do you feel about not going up against Breed? And he goes, I feel great about it.
Yeah.
Love that little quote from him. All right, well, speaking of practice today, Ramsey was back for the first time in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There he is.
Back sort of to practice.
Ish. I mean, he got dressed and actually showed up, so that's a start.
I heard some good rumors today down there.
Did you?
Ooh.
Juicy stuff. Can't do it on the pod. I don't know if we're allowed to tell rumors on the podcast.
Yeah, probably not. I'd hold those, but call me later.
Yeah. I heard some
Call
good
you
ones.
right after.
I heard some good stuff today, boy. I'll be very curious to see if he plays on Sunday.
Well, that's the whole thing of this, Dan. I mean, he just because he gets back on the field, most people usually play once they get back.
Yeah.
Josh Oliver's been practicing. He has been playing. And this could be all part of the gamesmanship if you're thinking from that standpoint.
Oh, yeah.
That, hey, get back on. I tried to make it. My back tightened up again.
Yeah.
Or you really need me against Michael Thomas and the Saints, and you won't have me. So we'll see where this goes. There's a lot that could still play out on the front this week.
If you ask me, do you think he'll play, Dan? I would say no. I don't think he'll play. I think he's checked out. But I don't know. There is also, there's some back and forth going on there now between organization and player. That's for sure. So we'll see.
Hey, Dan, one thing about that, I think he needs to play soon because he's not doing anything to get out of town because I'm not a team that's going to give up a couple of draft picks for a guy that might be hurt.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to get I don't think he's going to get traded by the trade.
I don't either.
Unless he just becomes such a distraction and they can't deal with him, and he hasn't shown that yet. I don't know, man. I think Khan is going to dig in his heels and not let player dictate to him how to run his team. But we'll see.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree totally. I think the Jags are winning this.
Do you guys see him playing in any games in the future with the Jags at all?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's.
Hicken's on the fence.
Yeah, I mean, we've asked this question so many times, and I've probably been wrong every other time. Who knows?
Dan,
I know he doesn't want to play for the Jags.
I know you have some rumors, and you can't say probably because it's not rumors are rumors.
Yeah.
But you're in the locker room today, and what we have to keep an eye on is where are the players on Ramsey? Are they just still eye rolling? Do they need him to play? Do they understand the business, or are they tired of this stuff?
I think they're tired of it. I think they wouldn't mind if he went away. Listen, I think the picture with Watson, while it wasn't, quote, a big deal, it was not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I think when you're playing you're playing an NFL game and your teammate's not even there and he's in Houston and he's taking pictures with a guy if I'm a guy on that team, we're talking about it in the locker room. That's for sure. So
Dan,
yeah.
I just want to give you guys an update.
Mm-hmm.
We almost just had a real life crash here on the Take Your Pick podcast.
That's because Weber's driving.
Weber, Weber's an angry driver right now because the Braves are getting hammered.
Oh, it's fantastic.
The guy was slowing down on this highway.
Weber, what'd I say about 10-2? 10-2, Weber. 10-2.
10-0 in the top of the first. That was great. I don't even care if I lose the Huckleberry bet now.
I know he's saying something. I do not want to hear it. You know what? It's fine.
Listen, Weber is a pseudo Braves fan anyway, Brent. You know that. We all know that. We've been around Weber for 7 years, and this is the first year he can recite the starting lineup because they're good.
Yeah.
Almost would have rather not made the playoffs than the Mets.
The best thing then is I've got my AirPod in. He can't hear you.
Yeah, good.
So just keep talking.
Give him the other one.
He probably thinks.
I know exactly.
He knows what I'm saying.
I need to hear it. I know it.
He knows what I'm saying. Let's move on.
All right, guys, we'll move on. Let's talk about this matchup in the studio. We got Brent Martineau taking the lead.
Oh, no! I think, again, I hate to say this, but
I'm doing my math correctly.
I don't think you're doing the math correctly.
I will show you my notepad.
All right.
I will.
No, that's fine.
All right, Hicken, let's see if you can catch up.
Where am I?
Where are we?
There we are.
There we are. Which camera are we on?
All right, I'll go first, Brent, and you can follow up just to keep this thing moving, okay?
All right.
Because we have that little. All right, Cincinnati and Houston. Houston doesn't have their quarterback anymore. Houston is a 7-point underdog at home. I'll lay those points. I'll take Cincinnati to beat Houston.
I'll take Houston at home coming up to bounce back on UCF.
All right. We got. Go ahead. You introduce again.
I was going to say, you can just rip on through these. All right, we got Oklahoma and Texas with Oklahoma favored by 11.
Yeah, this is always a close game. It's a good rivalry game. Herman's great as an underdog. I'll take Texas plus the 11.
Yeah, I'll go with Oklahoma, man. I think I like what you're saying, but Oklahoma's such firepower. They'll add a late touchdown, and they'll cover the points. And just to move on, I'll even take Washington State because I just left Brandon, Mississippi. And that's the biggest pocket of Washington State fans outside of Washington State itself. So I got the Cougs in the next one.
I threw this one in there for the Minshew Mania. Washington State and Arizona State with Arizona State favored by 2.5.
Nothing against Minshew, but I'll go with Herm and his defense to slow down the Cougs, and I'll take ASU.
All right, we got Penn State and Mike Burch's Iowa Hawkeyes with Penn State favored by 4.
Well, Iowa came through for me with the under against Michigan, so I was pleased about that. But I'm going to go with Penn State in this one.
Yeah, I'll take Iowa coming back at home. I think that's a tough trip for Penn State. They'll play tough. Iowa will defense, low-scoring affair, so I'll say they cover the 4 at home, maybe even sneak out the win. Meanwhile, I like Texas A&M to cover up Alabama's points here
with
3:30 on CBS 47.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. I'll go with Bama because Bama usually comes through when it's like 30, and this is 17. So I can see Bama doing what you think Oklahoma will do. So I'll take Bama. Although Jimbo needs to play a good game because they gave him $75 million, and he's got 2 losses already, and he's going to have his 3rd loss on Saturday. So I'll take FSU to hang within 27 of Clemson.
Can Willie Taggart beat the national champions?
No, but he can hang within 27, I think.
Well, this is their Super Bowl, guys, for Florida State. It's their national championship game. Here's the thing. I keep pointing out, Florida State's been scoring 30 points a game.
Yeah.
So if they score 30, that means Clemson needs to score 58 to cover.
They're not scoring 30 against Clemson's defense.
I'm going to take Florida State.
Okay.
All right, Mississippi State and Tennessee with Mississippi State favored by 6.5.
Well, I don't know if Tennessee's going to win, but this is their last chance at even having an outside shot at bowling. They're 1-4, but they have a pretty easier schedule, and so I'm going to take Tennessee with the points at home.
Ring that bell again, man. They love Mississippi State over here. I got the fever now. I might as well just move to Mississippi.
Yeah. You could be like a tour guide for Mississippi at this point.
You'd go to Mississippi if your son could play baseball in Starkville. I know you do.
There you go.
I would do that.
All right, guys, we got South Carolina and the Georgia Bulldogs with Georgia favored by 25.
I'll take Georgia and lay the points. I don't believe in Muschamp at all. And Georgia, Kirby probably got out on them for a lackluster first half last week, so.
Yeah, this is so weird with Georgia and heavy point spreads because they just don't thump people. And I know they finally covered against Tennessee, but that's a JV team. South Carolina will keep this a little bit closer. It'll be the one test they get before Florida, and I think Georgia wins.
All right.
All right, we got Virginia, Miami. Miami favored by 1.
This is something's up with Vegas here. Vegas knows more than me, and I don't like this. I wouldn't play this if I didn't have to. Brent, I'm going to take Virginia's the better team. Miami's 2-3. They beat Butters by 5 points, the Chippewas of Central Mich. But I'm going to take Virginia. But
just to clarify, South Carolina, I got them with the points, Olivia, but I do think Georgia's going to win. And Manny Diaz is going to pay attention to this defense. I think he's going to take over the reins a little bit there, or at least start having a heavier input. So, you know what? Maybe Miami gets a big win in 2019 here. Let me go with the Canes.
All right.
All right. How about BYU and my USF Bulls? Let's keep that winning streak. Let's go for 2. Let's beat BYU. BYU, though, is favored by 5.5.
I don't think so.
I can be hopeful, right?
I'm going to go.
I got BYU.
I go with BYU, too, and then I'm going with the Gators to cover that 13.5.
Always go with
That's
the Gators.
Insulting right there,
13.5.
That's insulting, Vegas.
That is a crazy point spread given the defense of the Florida Gators. The Gators have been awesome sacking the quarterback. They're really playing hard. They're playing well. They're going to lose the football game. I'm going to come with you on the Gators covering the points.
Settle down with that emphatic they're going to lose the football game, okay?
You know it, too. You just don't. You know it.
I'm telling you, man. LSU scoring 50 a game against Northwestern State and Utah State and – we'll see. We'll see what happens in this. We'll see what happens over there.
Isn't College Game Day going to this one, too?
Of course they are.
Of course. There we go. They're the good luck times. All right, guys, let's begin our NFL picks.
Why does it say somewhere on the road under Brent?
We have no idea where he is.
Okay.
We're going to begin our NFL picks with Thursday Night Football. Hey, Gronkowski is making a return. Settle down, Pats fans. He's not going in a Patriots uniform. This time he'll be on the media side of the football game. The retired tight end will be making his debut as a Fox analyst during the pregame show. No doubt he's going to go with the Patriots, and so does Vegas. 16.5 points. Who you got?
I'm going with, do you see all the guys out for the Giants? Saquon's out, Evan Ingram's out, Shepard's out. It's a name-your-score game for the Patriots. I'll take New England and lay the 16 and a half.
Schedule is such a joke for the Patriots, man.
6-0.
But 16.5 points, I'll take them, too. You got to pick the Patriots.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to go across the pond for our next pick. Second London game of the year where the Panthers play the Bucks, but the Panthers are favored by 2.
I'll take the Bucks and the points. I hate the Panthers now.
Yeah, boy. I tell you what, Dan. I watch Christian McCaffrey, and now I don't think anybody in the world can stop him, even in London.
Yeah.
So I'll take Carolina. They're hot right now. A pretty good football team, so I got Carolina.
Okay.
All right, guys, we got the Bengals. Oh, this is a tough one. Bengals and Ravens, where the Ravens and Lamar Jackson are favored by 11.5.
This is where the NFL is stupid. It's crazy. It's weird. And Cincinnati might even pull off a crazy upset in this game. They're definitely going to cover the points.
I'll lay the 11.5. I think Cincinnati's horrible, and I think they played their guts out last week against Arizona to try to get that home win. So I think going to Baltimore, I don't like it.
Not feeling it. All right, guys. Next up, we have Cleveland. Oh gosh, what happened to them Monday night? Going to Seattle to take on the Seahawks, and Seahawks only favored by 1.
Yeah, well, that game's obviously in Cleveland.
Yes.
Okay, so I got Seattle. I mean, Cleveland might bounce back here. That's a weird line, +1, but I'll take Russell Wilson. He's been on fire.
Cleveland, it's funny. Cleveland is 2-3. They'll probably be 2-4. Then I think they got the Patriots coming up. They'll be 2-5.
Yeah, they do.
And if they stay, they'll probably implode. If they don't implode, though, they have a lot of winnable games and then climb back into the playoff race, even if they go 2-5. Cleveland, yeah, I'm going to take Cleveland at home. I don't know. I'll take Cleveland. I think Baker Mayfield's had enough. And if what they need to do is really just pound the ball with Nick Chubb, and if they do that, I think they can win. So I'll take Cleveland.
All right. I like the
That's
prediction.
probably a dumb pick, by the way. Russell Wilson's going to kill
Hardest game of the week. The pick is right here.
The hardest, probably the most least exciting. We got winless and head coachless.
This is for the number 1 pick, baby, right here.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
Redskins.
but we were talking about this, Dan and Olivia, and on the way up. And I think Stuart brought up a good point, even though he still is kind of mad about the Braves right now. But the Dolphins don't care if the Redskins have the number 1 pick. they already have their quarterback.
Oh no!
So
no,
I think the Dolphins will try to win this game.
This is where the saged veteran will help you. Okay, this is where you help Stewart understand this. You think they have their quarterback. Let me tell you something. Arizona had their quarterback last year, right? His name was Josh Rosen. And what did they do? They said, oh, my God. And what do you think they're saying in Washington right now after watching Haskins throw 3 picks against the Giants? Don't be surprised, Brett Martineau and Stuart Weber, if the Washington Redskins have the first pick of the draft and they go quarterback. And it's weird. It's a weird league now. You almost got to prove it your first year. Poor Josh Rosen's never going to get a chance.
Yeah, it's a good call. I still like the Dolphins here, though. I wavered back and forth. I think the Redskins are better. They might get the coach bump. But, the Dolphins have actually been playing hard. They stink, but they've been playing hard. I think they cover and actually win.
I'll take Washington.
Washington with the
Just
3.5.
for fun.
All right.
Yep.
I like it. Next up, we have an NFC matchup between the Eagles and the Vikings, with the Vikings favored to win at home by 3.
I'm going to take
it's a good football game.
I'm going to take the Eagles. The Vikings are up and down, so they were up last week. They go down this week. I'll take the Eagles.
They're going to say Minnesota figure it out a little bit. I think a good football team. The Eagles, you got to slip up somewhere, even though they've been playing pretty well. I'll take the Vikings.
All right. Man, we're going to have a big jump this week.
All right, our Falcons analyst is not here. He's playing his own game of football, but we have the Falcons and the Arizona Cardinals, with the Falcons favored by 2.5.
This is terrible. Like, how bad is Atlanta?
Man.
If they lose to Arizona, Dan Quinn probably should get fired, even though they said he's not going to.
Yeah.
I think the Falcons are just a better football team, so they'll win.
I agree.
Oh, we're both going Falcons.
I can't. 2.5 points is not near. I'm taking Atlanta.
All right, sounds good. All right, we have a battle in the Golden State with Jimmy G and the 49ers heading to Los Angeles to take on the Rams, and the Rams are favored by 3.5.
Well, I'll take the 3. I'll lay the 3.5. I'll take the Rams. The Niners are due to lose one. I think the Rams get the Niners.
Yeah, that's a good call there. I think the only question is, did they cover the 3.5? Because the Rams it feels like the Rams have something to prove, even though their record's good.
They've lost 2.
And I think this will be the game they try to do it.
Yeah, pound the hook.
All right, guys, we're going to head to New Jersey, where the Jets are expected to stay winless as the Cowboys come to town. Dak Prescott and crew are favored by 7.
Sam Darnold is back, baby.
Back. No more mono. No more mono, guys.
Well, I hope they win a game soon before they play the Jags, by the way.
Yeah.
But this is a get-right game for Dallas. Dallas will cover and win big.
I agree.
All right, Sunday night, the Steelers take on the Chargers and lose to Vegas. Vegas has LA winning by 7.
Who's the name of their quarterback now, Dan?
Devlin Hodges. But Rudolph was up and around today. This is a horrible game. The Chargers lost Pouncey today for the season and maybe for his career. He had neck surgery. The Chargers are the most snake-bit, injury-prone team I've ever seen, franchise. But I got to take the Chargers. You can't. Gus won't let Mason Rudolph or Devlin Hodges or whomever score a lot of points.
Anthony Lynn was fired up, and Anthony Lynn's about as calm, cool, and collected as you get for a head coach.
Yeah.
And you got to believe they respond. Phillip Rivers threw some terrible interceptions. They got to win this game. I mean, they've been disappointing, and they're slow starters by nature, but I think they win big over Pittsburgh. And by the way, Dan, they cannot let Rudolph play in this game. It's a bad look if you talk about player safety.
Yeah.
And you see that hit, and he comes back and plays the next week.
That's a good point.
Very good point. All right, guys, Monday Night Football is heading to Lambeau. The Green Bay Packers will host a very rested Detroit Lions team. Aaron Rodgers' crew, though, still expected to win by 4.5.
That's it, huh? I'll take Green Bay. I'm a believer in Green Bay. I liked them against Dallas, and Detroit's okay, but I'm taking Green Bay at Lambeau. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was a good Dallas pick. That was impressive. I wasn't ready for that. This is a big game for Detroit to say, hey, we are for real. Mm-hmm. And it's even just to make it a tight game and not lay an egg. It's tough to win in Lambeau. So I'm going to take the Lions, man, to cover the spread in a good game.
I like it.
All right. How about these standings, guys? We have a tie for first and a tie for third. What's going to happen?
Well, let's look at the games, and then we'll tell you what's going to happen.
All right, we have the Texans taking on the Chiefs, with the Chiefs favored by 5.
Are the Chiefs healthy this week?
No.
Well, this bothers me. I don't like the Texans getting them now. It's in Kansas City?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oof. Well,
I like the Texans, actually. I think they're going to beat them.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Well, I'll take Kansas City. Houston's due to stink it up. They're up and down, too. So they were impressive a week ago, but it was the Falcons. I think Kansas City bounces back, but doggone it, man. If Kansas City loses to Indy and Houston, that's making it tougher for us.
Yes, it is.
All right, guys, let's hope this next spread comes true. The Titans head to Mile High Stadium this weekend to take on the Broncos, who are favored by 2.5.
I really think Titans just aren't good. So I'm going to take Denver.
All right, I'm going to take Tennessee.
It'll break the two-way tie.
Yeah, I'll take the Titans and plus the 2.5. I'll look forward to that. I think Tennessee, they're another weird team. They're up, down. So we'll see if they're up.
All right, and of course we have our home game.
Crazy odds.
Saints
here.
and Jags with the Jags and Minshew Mania favored by 1.
Well, normally you get 3 points as a
home team.
home
I like
team.
the way Vegas is thinking.
Yeah, normally you get 3 points as a home team. So in essence, they're only saying a point favorite.
Hey, what's a point favor? We're gonna.
Man, I am. This is it's been hard to pick the Jags this year, man. The defense has given me no indication, and Alvin Kamara is Christian McCaffrey in my mind. He's the same guy, breaks a lot of tackles, but it is Teddy Bridgewater. Jags are back home. I like these competitive games. I like to root for the Jags, so I'll take the Jags.
Yeah, you bring up a lot of good points, Dan, but you know how the NFL works.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara is not going to go off like Christian McCaffrey.
Better
They're
not.
going to fix that.
If he does, we're burying the defense on Monday. Burying them.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I mean, you'd have to. I'm concerned about the defense, but I also think the Jaguars will score 24 points at least. I'm at that much confidence in their offense, even if it's a good Saints defense.
All right.
Here's the deal. I thought the Saints would win this game, and I thought the Jags would beat Carolina. Jags made too many mistakes to beat Carolina. I'm going to stick with what I thought. I think the Saints win this game anyway, though, and unfortunately, the Jags might go to 2-4.
Well, don't panic if you go to 2-4. You got 2 lousy teams coming up on the schedule. You got to climb back to 4-4. But if you're a playoff team, you can't keep losing at home. And you already lost to Kansas City, so if you lose to New Orleans, that's not a good look. So if you really want to be a playoff type team, you got to go win this game, in my opinion. So
Fair. All right, let's see how you guys did. Do we have enough teams? I like it. I see a couple differences there.
there's a lot of differences, aren't there? 1, 2, 3, 4,
Basically
5,
the entire top row almost.
6, 7,
9
8,
differences.
9 different. Wow.
I like it.
That's the NFL, baby.
I like it. All right, guys, we'll move on. We got all access tomorrow.
All right.
Brent, any word on a guest yet? No? Maybe not?
We're working on guests.
Okay. We're still working on guests.
You know who we're working on it and delayed on who the announcement is. So I don't know if it's going to happen, but we'll see. We'll have an update for you in the morning.
Good deal.
I like it. All right, guys, join them tomorrow. All access at 7. And then, of course, tune in to your official Jaguar station for all game day coverage. Sunday, 11:30 a.m., countdown to kickoff. Game coverage at 1. And then, of course, the post-game show on your mobile app, on your laptop, on your Google Pad, whatever you got going on. We'll be here for it. Both Brent and Dan will be at the stadium for the homecoming game. By the way, you got to go check the
I was checking the score. It's still 13-1 in the 7th. So,
Good
in
to
case you're
know.
wondering.
Oh,
Quick.
Yeah.
I won't update.
Nah.
Yeah, keep it a secret.
Doesn't look like there's going to be a comeback.
Oh, poor Stuart. All right, guys, that'll do it for tonight. We will see you next.
Safe travels.
We'll see you next week. Yeah, Brent,
Thank you
Stuart,
very
good
much,
luck over there.
guys.
We'll see you at some
Sorry,
point.
Stuart. Keep driving.
What do you got? 6 more hours to go?
Chop on, Stuart. Chop on.
Go Rays.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that'll do it for
Hey,
this
guys.
week. We'll see you next week.